Hi, welcome back for another installation of the Obsidian Mirror podcast. Today is going to be someone's personal message from the Obsidian Mirror. What kind of information or visual archetypes are going to be helpful for you to be aware of going forward? Thank you so much for being here. I would love for you to check out the other uploads on this podcast around scrying, the Obsidian Mirror, ink blots. I also have a new Black Amethyst Druzy cluster portal that I'm going to also be conducting scrying sessions with here. So tune into those if you enjoy intuitive scrying. And for now, I just want to thank all the little spirits that might want to gather around this altar I've made. I've got some pomegranate, calendula, I've got a jaguar spirit here, some bird spirits. You can see my little Suwannee lion here burning some incense. I also recently rediscovered in my deeply packed possessions a little ceramic bird whistle that I've had since I was a little girl that I'm not sure where it came from originally. But they've been around forever. They're a very ancient human artistic rendering, are whistles made from clay and made from other objects. They go way, way, way back into ancient Neolithic kinds of ceremonial type things. And somewhere along the line as a little girl, I got this child's ceramic whistle and I just love it. And I had forgotten about it. It showed up in my things, and so I'm going to blow the little whistle here to open up the session. And I've already opened up the mirror, so thank you for being here. And as you watch along and listen, if you experience anything in your own mind's eye and your intuitive scrying abilities, feel free to share in the comments. And my intention is that the best messages come out for the most common good. But again, these new Obsidian Mirror scrying sessions of late are more someone's personal messages. They're not necessarily meant to be greater, broad messages. But with that said, I'm not the one in charge of this Obsidian Mirror. It's a collaborative relationship, so I don't control what comes out, just like other scrying. So thanks you, and are going to go ahead and open it up now. So I'm seeing a lot of traditional ghost-like imagery, which is not unusual. This is that time of year with Day of the Dead and Halloween, when the veil is much thinner between this life and the other life that exists in parallel to us, right? The afterlife, the other plane. Lots of ghosts in the way that I understood them to growing up with them. The white sheet like image of a ghost, not the scary Catholic origin white sheets that were hijacked by the Klan. I'm just talking about the normal ghostly apparitions that are like white phantasms. They're fluttering around the mirror quite a bit. They just seem interested. And all the spirits that are showing up here with good intent for us are welcome. So I'm seeing a hockey stick. And an eye, just a single eye. It's like the eye is gazing back at me. So I think it's just sort of acknowledging that we're in a relationship here through this portal. And oh my goodness, how beautiful. A lot of like pointing to the sky and the aurora borealis. So you may have been tracking that recently. There's been a lot, if you're in the northern hemisphere, there have been a lot of places around the globe where the aurora have been really spectacular. I'm seeing paper airplanes and paper origami. So you might be doing something that relates to a project with paper, folding planes, kites. Kites is coming through. Kites is also slang for written communication, like passing notes, passing kites. Kites, paper airplanes, origami paper, flying paper. Flying birds, flying white doves, flying kites. They're white kites, like you write on notebook paper. College ruled notebook paper with those blue lines. Blue line printing, printing press. There's a lot about printing, printing press, writing, blue lines, white lines. There's like a pyramid shape. I don't know if this is the literal. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing like the literal pyramids at Giza, the really famous ones. I'm seeing two people in a wrestling ring, so wrestling might mean something to you. I'm just talking about competitive wrestling. And again, wrestling is a really ancient, I mean, man against man, bare hands, that's a pretty ancient archetype. And I'm looking at like organized wrestling, like wrestling to settle disputes, wrestling for spectacle, right? Like watching wrestling matches. But there's a lot about wrestling ring. Now I'm seeing wrestling, like Portland wrestling. I grew up around here, so where we have Portland wrestling. A lot of people from Portland wrestling went on to become famous wrestlers. Lots about wrestling. It's kind of panning out and in, showing me ancient wrestling, modern day wrestling. So wrestling. A wrench. Someone works with their hands, working with tools. I'm seeing a wrench. An adjustable wrench. Not a socket wrench. There keeps being a portal within the image itself, and it's showing it to me like a black hole. Like you might be feeling really drained and like you can't seem to get your energy contained, like it keeps draining away. I'm seeing a lot of energy drain around you. So it's important for you to hear that. This is where the more personal, less archetypal images are coming in for you specifically listening. I mean, the other images have relevance for you personally, obviously, because this is someone's personal reading, but now this is getting very specific. You feel really drained. It's showing me the La Brea tar pits. That's a redundant title. The La Brea pits. It's showing me that things that are good coming towards you keep getting sucked into this pit, and it's some type of portal that's like draining the energy around you, like maybe energy vampiric type energy, or just energy suck, like energy vacuums around you. You need to do work around your energy to close those portals so that you're not being drained from so many different places. This is a good time to hear that message, and we just had that full moon in Aries, so it's still in play, that full moon energy. It's a good time to just cut cords with things, and when you bring them up in your mind's eye, like certain relationships or experiences, if you feel drained when you conjure them up in your mind's eye, do just an image of cutting cords with them energetically. It's not harming you, them, or them. It's just cutting the energetic cord to protect your own energy. Do some smudging. In fact, I'm going to burn a little bit more here. Give me a second. I'm hearing the song Man on the Moon by REM. If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. There's something to do with paying attention to the deeper layers of society for you right now. They're in play in your personal life. So we're talking about the deeper layers in society that are power holders, at the highest levels. Okay, so I'm not joking around here, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist necessarily, but we all know of things that have been revealed to the public, shady things that have been carried out by the ultra wealthy and also aided by government systems. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. Somehow you're a person that's in play for you. Either you need to start looking deeper into things like MK Ultra and remote viewing, or things that you may have been somebody, this is now coming through, you might have been somebody that was at Standing Rock and was experiencing some of the things that happened there, like when the buffalo rushed the site in solidarity with the people, when people were experiencing things that they were swearing were cloud seeding, things that government intervention was trying to do to break up the rebellion and everybody's making fun of that lately and saying that the government can't control the weather, but there are government funded things that do control the weather, like cloud seeding and such. And people on the ground in Standing Rock were talking about that, and this is very channeled right now. This is coming through for you, that you're someone that has relevance for. You're either an activist, or you are someone who has had family who work in government, and you are only just now learning about things like this, like covert operations and things like that. So you're somebody that's either being impacted by that, or your loved ones are, or you have a history of being repressed because of that, either through tribal and indigenous activism, AIM, something like that I'm picking up here. You need to watch yourself, like watch out and keep yourself protected. So this is to confirm that you're not being paranoid. This is all very channeled. I don't know who this is for. It's very specific. You just need to be making sure you're doing things carefully. Don't get too messy with your work. That's the message. And now again, I'm seeing the origami work and the flying cranes. I'm seeing flying cranes, origami cranes, hummingbirds, lots of hummingbirds, hummingbird vision. That's a way that you can scry into an obsidian mirror using hummingbird vision. That's the vision that we are in, vision for the 3D. Sometimes when you do scrying work and portal work, you just connect via this scrying portal to somebody else across the globe, and you see into their life, and I feel like that's happening. Now I'm hearing the song Tangerine by Led Zeppelin. So you might have, I'm getting that song reminds you of someone. There's a lot of gentle energy coming around you. There might be either an ancestor or some spirit guides that are they're coming around you. Like I have leaves here on the altar, and what it's showing me is that they're coming around you like gently falling leaves, and they're surrounding you with love. And they're like kisses, like dove kisses or angelic kisses, like things that are honoring you and keeping you safe. You're not alone. Butterfly kisses. Puddling. There's a behavior that butterflies do called puddling, and it's showing me puddling butterflies. Look that up if you've never heard of that. That's a practice that they do during migration, I think. Monarchs, maybe. It's called puddling. And then that's going back into that clay, ceramic clay bird. Uh-oh, I all of a sudden feel like, is this burning? No, that's the incense. Sorry. So that's going on. Burning leaves. You're in the northern hemisphere, and you might be burning leaves. You might smell burning leaves right now as you're listening to this. Sorry. How Do I Live is by Leanne Rimes is coming through, but for some reason also the story behind that song and the scandal around Leanne Rimes and the affair that she had. So you might be someone that related to that story, or else you love that song. And I'm getting goosebumps when I think about that song and how it makes you feel. So there's something about that song that might have meaning for you, but also the story behind it. Like there's something too about the celebrity gossip, and celebrity gossip's a big thing right now lately, especially with the intersections of Jeffrey Epstein, P. Diddy, Jaguar Wright. There's a lot of that stuff been out there in the ether, especially on YouTube. You might be somebody that's following that, and then that again is circling back to that like deeper layers of society and what's really going on, and someone like Sean Carter and just things like that. These are things that you might be following. I'm sorry, I don't want to bring toxicity like that into this reading, but they're things that are important to you. It's the same with the burning leaves. I was seeing, I don't know why I shied away from saying this because I'm an activist, but it was showing me the burning leaves of the olive tree in Palestine. And maybe it was because I was trying to heed that this is a personal reading, but that is personal. That's personal to all of us. And to me, it feels collective, but the personal is collective. And so, yes, these are going to be more geared towards the personal, but this is also collective. You're somebody that sees that and feels that and lives that. I'm seeing pineapples. Lots of music coming through this. You might be a P-Funk, or no, I don't know. Is this P-Funk? We want the funk. Give up the funk. Ow, we need the funk. Gotta have that funk. Ow. And then you just heard my little bird sing with me. We want the funk. Give up the funk. Ow. That's coming through really strong. I'm pretty sure that's P-Funk. So there's something about music that's really important. There's been like 3 different songs that came through here. I love it. And I'm seeing some snowy peaks again. That came through in one of the last recent scrying, intuitive scrying readings I did. Snowy peaks and the clear, crisp air that happens at the very high elevations. There's something healing about that air. And the clarity, now it's showing me the Ace of Swords. There's something about crisp mountain air that has relevance for you. And that's healing for you. Or that will be healing. Go to the mountains. If you are not in them, go to them, like a mountain retreat. There's healing for you in the mountain air right now, in the crisp mountains, in the clear pools. The Silwan pools are coming through, which is a site in Palestine. That's a shift out of the icy peaks. Now I'm going back into the icy peaks. There's healing in the icy peaks and the glaciated peaks and the high alpine lakes for you. There's something there. Now I'm seeing the Naga. There's something about natural bodies of water and snow and ice and crisp air. You need that to help your body heal right now. You might be a grid worker. So it would be a good idea to plan that maybe if it's feasible for you. And then when it showed me the Silwan pools, that's more desert. That's not a high peak. So maybe if you're somebody that lives more in a desert landscape, you can go to some springs in the desert that are sacred like that, right? If this is for a different person, because those 2 different things came up. There's a really beautiful aura of protection around you, like golden light, infusion light. And a beautiful hair. Oh my God, hair after bunnies, hair spirit, like leaping all through. Like if you've ever seen Watership Down, the animated movie version of that, up in the sky, you'll see the hair constellations. It's like that. Really amazing. Wow. These graphic images of hair spirit, rabbit spirit are just leaping all through my mind's eye right now. It is super abundant. It's really fertile. Something really beautiful is in your energy. It's either coming or it's all around you, or if you don't know that it's here, you're going to. It's really, really abundant and beautiful and fertile. Really amazing energy. Wow, it's like flooding through me. I hope you feel it. I hope it's being channeled through this reading to you, because it's amazing energy. It feels so beautiful. Like rain in the sun, where you see rainbows and just these leaping hairs all through it is so beautiful. Wow. Big time hair energy, rabbit energy. There's something about hunger too. I'm fasting for these sessions and my stomach is growling, but it's the second time now that it's made me drawn attention to my stomach. So there's something about hunger that's important to you. Okay, I feel weird, like I'm just indulging, going on and on, like I could sit here forever in this gaze. There's something really positive about your energy. It's really nice to be gazing into your energy. It's an honor. I really want to thank you, whoever you are out there, either the handful or the small group and the collective, or the entire collective, whoever this is for. It's very beautiful. It's nice to sit here and scry for you. Like I'm very aware that I don't want it to end. So it's really nice to be in your energy. I'm feeling another part of my own work energy, though, wanting to urge me to end this, because I also wanted to do another session with the Amethyst portal. So just know that, though, that it's very soothing to be around you. And now all of a sudden the biblical verse, don't cast your pearls before swine. So make sure that you know that and protect that energy. It's not for everyone right now. You have to learn how to conserve some of that for yourself. Okay, I think that's going to be all for you today. Thank you for letting me scry into your energy. It's been very beautiful. I'll see you in the next one. And take good care. And now I'm about to do an amethyst portal scrying. So if you're interested in this kind of work, check that out. They're going to be uploaded right around the same time. Thank you.